Did you get the package?
Where'd you get it?
You're lucky you got it. This is the only one that is known to exist.
This better be the real deal. What's it do?
This watch allows you to travel through space-time.
You're saying this can take me anywhere I want to go?
No one really knows how it works. It's linked to the original, which is at the center of the universe.
How do I make it work?
Set the clock to 3 a.m. and then adjust the pushers until you get to the right date and time. And then put the watch on, and it'll link to the original one. And then you unhack the movement.
Thanks. So in this video I want to talk about my new car lift Bucherer watch, which I'm actually wearing right now. The little mini movie that I recorded at the beginning of the video is sort of like an homage to car lift Bucherer strides into becoming more ingrained in the zeitgeist of watch culture. And one of the best ways that can be done is by having prominent watch placement in major Hollywood movies. It's worked. It's done wonders for Hamilton. Hamilton's been, I think it's probably the watch that's been placed by far the most in watch history. I mean, maybe Rolex is probably up there too, but Hamilton has definitely had a very big major part in movies, and most notably they were in Interstellar. The watch in Interstellar played a major plot point in the movie. But yeah, car lift Bucherer is doing something similar. Their watches have been featured in the John Wick series. The Manero AutoDate is the watch that Keanu Reeves himself wore in the movie. It's a AutoDate Manero, which is the same family of watches. This is also a Manero watch. They also placed watches in Atomic Blonde and Deadpool 2, which in Deadpool 2 the watch itself allows the character Cable to actually travel through time. It is a car lift Bucherer watch. It's like a super futuristic, fantasy watch, but still, it is placement. It is getting the name out there of car lift Bucherer. So they're definitely making strides into becoming a little more ingrained in watch culture. And so I, personally, I think that car lift Bucherer it's a name on the rise. It's an independent brand, been around since the late 19th century, and it's always been a family-owned business. The business has gone through different stages. In its current iteration, I think it began in 2001, if I'm correct. I think they make really cool watches. Most notably, I think the Manero line is pretty cool, and the ScubaTec line looks pretty cool. Definitely a different option, and if you're wearing that, then you're looking for something different that not a lot of people have. This is one of the things that attracted me to this watch in particular. Obviously there are watches that are more popular. Obviously I like the price point of which I acquired this watch, but also the fact that I would have something somewhat unique, something that not a lot of people have. That's one of the things that attracted me to this particular piece. But anyway, let's go to the other room and take a closer look at the watch. Just got something new today, and I got it from Shop One, and it was something I really wasn't in the market for, but I've always had my mind on getting something like this, and obviously the opportunity came up, and I sort of kind of went for it. This is a car lift Bucherer watch, and it's something I don't even have anything. This is almost like another level of watch for me, and I feel like I got a solid deal on it. And, I gotta admit, this is a nice, it's a nice box size. It doesn't have nothing too crazy and big. Damn. Now that is something really cool. This is a full gold watch. It's rose gold, 18 karat. It's 18 karat rose gold. I got a really good deal on this thing. This is the it is the Manero. It is part of the Manero line that Carl Bucherer has, and this thing is absolutely stunning. I don't have the closest thing to. I mean, I do have a precious metal watch, but it's my Black Bay 58925, which is sterling silver. But this is a whole different level of watch. I guess the opportunity came up, and it kind of felt right at the time because I have been looking, and I have never found a watch quite like this for the amount of money that I paid for this watch. So let me move this away. Again, this is a very nice box, really nice supple pillow. So definitely quality here. So let me pull it off the pillow. Again, this is a full 18 karat gold case. I guess rose gold case. As you can see, you have some QC markings on the back. One of the things I like about the Bucherer is their symbol is kind of cool. I don't even know. It looks like a ninja star almost. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So I'm zoomed in as far as I can right now. But man, one of the things that attracted me the most to this watch is the dial. I just love a nice silver dial, and this one has lots of dimensionality to it. It has different finishes on the dial, and it just really pops when you combine it with the nice rose gold case. Let me take off all the tags and stuff, and we'll get a better look at the watch. So today I'm very appropriately wearing my Longines Masters Collection Triple Calendar Chronograph Moonphase. That's got everything, so it kind of goes along with this watch, since this is also a triple calendar with a Moonphase. But the dial is on a whole different level. Obviously, Carl F. Bucherer is probably not the most popular brand out there, but I would consider them somewhat of a known brand. You can buy Bucherer watches at like Tourneau ADs, and then that's actually I believe Tourneau was purchased by Bucherer, because Bucherer itself is an AD, a network of ADs they have a network of ADs throughout the world, and these watches can be found at specific ADs, like I said, at Tourneau and Bucherer, and you can obviously buy them on the gray market, which is where I bought mine. Again, I bought this one at Shopworn. So this watch retails for the MSRP is $12,500. Whether or not anybody would pay that much is, I don't know. I don't know if you'd walk into a Tourneau and say, I want this watch. I don't know if they'd give you a discount. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I know that I paid a lot less than MSRP for this watch. But again, this is a full 18 karat gold case. Again, I've always wanted like a gold watch with a gold case, and this is the nicest one by far that I've found. I found like much simpler ones by like I think Longines makes one that's similar in price with this, but it doesn't have all the complications. It doesn't have the beautiful dial. Nothing that I've seen came close to this. So again, I can't get enough of this dial. So it looks like we have some nice scissor hands there for the hour and the minute hand. Nice little like arrow pointer for the pointer date, because this has a triple calendar, and the date complication is displayed with a pointer date, and you have the day and the month, the day and the month there as well. And everything here is controlled by these pushers on the case, which is kind of I guess the one downside of this watch, that everything is controlled via pushers, because this is an ETA movement that's got a bunch of, so it's a very highly customized ETA-based movement that basically uses a bunch of modules to get all the complications to work. So everything is controlled with these pushers, including the Moonphase and everything. I haven't even set this watch. I've been kind of keeping it under with the plastic on. I wanted to keep it as pristine as possible, just to have it nice for the video. The movement is, like I said, it's an ETA-based movement. I'll probably put a little more detail on the movement there. So it's a nicely decorated movement. I believe the rotor is also gold. So like I said, the movement is nice. It looks like there's some Geneva, I think they're called Geneva stripes I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comments on the actual rotor. There's perlage within the movement itself, perlage finishing, and it's it's definitely a nicely decorated movement. Is it the best decorated movement I've ever seen? Definitely not, but it is really nice, and this is on a whole nother different level of pretty much any other watch that I own right now. This is just absolutely beautiful. So let me, I want to do something fun. So I said I didn't have, I do have another precious metal watch, but it is my Tudor like Black Bay 58925. So I kind of want to do something fun and actually put them on a scale and see how much they weigh. I got my scale out. This is my Black Bay 58925, and let's just put it on the scale. I think it's about 90 grams if I remember correctly. Yeah, 89 grams. So this, I believe this watch is going to weigh more, even though it is silver, and I believe it has a lower atomic weight than gold. It's just a more substantial case, so it's obviously going to weigh more. This is a 39 millimeter case. This is a 38 millimeter case, and it's a little smaller, and this is a dive watch, so it's a little more of a robust, sportier case too. So it's just gonna weigh more. But let's see how much this one weighs too. So 81 grams. It's definitely got some weight to it, which is kind of cool. So you're definitely feeling some heft on your wrist with the gold and all that. But yeah, it's an alligator strap. I'm not the biggest fan of alligator, but it seems very appropriate for this watch to have a nice alligator strap. I'm not going to switch it out. I guess one thing I've noticed, it's a bit stiff. It's a little tight on my wrist, even though it's not that tight, because I feel like it's squeezing the sides of my wrist because it's that. So yeah, worst case scenario, I'll actually just buy another strap and maybe get the buckles. Switch out the buckles onto another strap, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it will eventually break in, so I have no concerns there. So let me see if I can get this set here. So these are the instructions that came with it, and apparently this is a kind of a complicated movement, and you really do have to follow the directions here. And let me see if I can zoom in a bit. But it says pull the crown to position 1, and then move the crown until clockwise until the date changes, then set the display to read 3 a.m. So this is the kind of movement that you can damage if you don't follow these instructions. So I'm probably not going to bother setting the moon phase and all that stuff very often, because you got to remember these steps. I don't want to damage this thing. It probably costs a lot of money to service and fix. So if it kind of shows you what everything does there. As you can see, you got them. It tells you what pusher does what. A is the month corrector, B is the date corrector, C is the moon phase corrector, and D is the day of the week corrector. So you're going to wonder, how do you click on all these pushers? So they include this nifty tool here, which I'm going to open up right now to actually do the pushing. So it comes with this little pusher tool that you're supposed to poke each little button there. So I'm going to try to set it right now a little bit. I'm not going to set it exactly because I really, this watch is more, honestly, this watch is just, I have it to look pretty. I don't need it to have, I'm not going to be setting it constantly to do, perfectly. All right, I'm going to pull it out, and there it hacked. So I'm going to take until it changes. It's supposed to change date. There it changed. And I'm supposed to take it to 3 a.m. So I've got it at 3 a.m. and now I can actually use the pusher. So there I found the warning there. It says the correctors cannot be used between 3 p.m. and 1 a.m. because the movement can be damaged if they are. So that's what I'm worried about, and I'm afraid I'll forget about that. So I'm probably not going to set this very often or at all, pretty much. I'm just going to have it for the time. But again, this is one of the drawbacks of this movement, definitely. So it is not easy. My Longines, a lot of it is set with the crown itself. I can set the day, the date, and the moon phase with the crown. It does have a pusher here for for the day of the week. So, God, I'm scratching the case. It sucks. Here. This is changing the day of the week, and I believe this is probably the moon phase down here. Yeah, it's moving the moon. Definitely not an easy watch to set. I mean, this is the kind of watch you probably want to keep on a winder if you actually want to have it set properly all the time, because it's a huge pain. Again, I'm not going to be super fastidious with it. The top right one, I believe, is the month, if I remember correctly. Yeah, now it's set to March, and this one is the date. The bottom one, there's the dates moving. This is how the watch looks on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Fits nicely. It's a nice size for a dress watch, 38 millimeter, and I think this thing is stunning. Again, I forgot to mention the buckle is signed with the Bucherer symbol there, which is kind of cool. And again, I guess my one gripe is the strap. It feels a little tight, which is strange. So it's not very supple, but like I said, I hope it breaks in. But beautiful watch. I love this thing. So I'm just gonna put it on I think I'm gonna put it on a watch pillow and hope that just keep it kind of tight and hope that helps break it in. Got my silver and gold watches there, so pretty cool. One of the reasons why I like the 925 so much is the fact that, you know, how often do you hear about a silver watch or a watch case made of silver? I mean, it's something they use in like old pocket watches and stuff. But this is now I feel like I got my bases covered here. Got it on the timegrapher, and it's giving me a decent -3 solid amplitude there, and the beat error is also solid. So there, got a -1 there, so it's pretty accurate as well. Just to wrap it up, I'm incredibly happy with this purchase. I think I got a hell of a good deal. I'm going to try to wear it as much as I can and look for opportunities to wear this watch, because I think it's just something that is I just like looking at it. Again, this is a Carlef Bucherer, been around since the 19th century, I believe 1888, and it's still a family-run business. And I hope to come back with a longer review of it in the future when I've actually owned it a while. And yeah, super stoked. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know if you have any questions about the watch or about the brand in general. I think Carlef Bucherer's got some good things going for it. It really helps a lot if you can subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.